I'm Tashawn Manning, transfer from Auburn. I'm excited and blessed to be here at Kentucky, and I'm ready to get to work. Do you guys have any questions?
There you go. Obviously, Kentucky has this huge offensive line reputation that they've developed the last few years. How much of that was a part of you?
It was big, coming into a program that already has a foundation for the offensive line, and they have a set standard. So coming in, I want to, not just come in at the standard, but raise that standard so we can be better together.
Nick Rush here from KSR. Tashawn, you got to see the team practice I know down at the bowl game a little bit. So what are your observations of how Coach Wolford operates in that room, and how does it? Why are you receptive to that? I guess would be the.
And those guys, they come ready to work every day. They come to the weight room and they come out to the practice field and they get their work in, and they get it done. They don't waste time and they don't waste, their time doing stuff that's not going to help them get better on the field. And so I relate to that. And being somebody who wants to get to the next level, I want to get in and get my work in too. So I feel like it's a good thing coming in here to Kentucky.
When you're evaluating your, Josh Morton, by the way, when you're evaluating the decision to transfer, and you look at, how big is like a team that sort of has its brand, the Big Blue Wall, kind of play into, making that decision?
It plays a key role, man. I love it because the fans, they love their offensive line, and I'm an offensive lineman, so where I can go somewhere where I can receive that love, I'll go there 100%.
What did they pitch you about your role? I mean, kind of like guard mostly at Auburn. Is that what they you fear? They're going to move you around a little bit more?
He playing guard, and Coach Wolf told me that he teach me to play center, so I'll be able to play the inside at any moment. So.
Hey, Tashawn, how Adam Luckett, KSR, transfer has had a lot of success here at Kentucky. One, Darrion Rosenthal, kind of same background as you, SEC transfer. How big was that when you're in the portal and you're looking for somewhere to go? How much is track record? How big did that play in your recruitment?
I could say in the beginning, everything was kind of confusing because everybody's coming at you at the same time. And you're really just hoping that you land at a school that you really love and enjoy. And being able to play at an SEC school and play at the SEC level is just, that bonus. I get to play football at the highest level and be able to perform.
Curious, Sean, how is the scheme fit? Is there a lot of similarities? You do a lot of stuff at Auburn that you're going to do here?
The scheme is very similar to Auburn's scheme. It's a pro-style scheme, so a lot of mid-zones and inside zone stretches and stuff. So I feel like I fit. It's not going to be that hard to pick up the playbook.
I know that there's going to be a new center next year on the offensive line. How important is that to be on the same wavelength in terms of communication throughout the offensive line?
I think that's everything because with the offensive line, you need to have chemistry. You need to have trust between everybody. And if you could trust everybody, then everybody's going to play fast and they're going to play hard. And if you can play for your brother next to you, then, that just makes us that much better.
Hey, Sean, Dick Amber with the UK Radio Network. You mentioned the Big Blue Wall. There's been a lot said and written, and you mentioned how much fans appreciate it. You're an O-lineman. Generally, you labor in anonymity. But the O-line is a big deal here. What do you think of that?
I think that's awesome, to be honest. I love it. I love giving the O-line attention. I feel like the big boys need their love and to make them play better. So I'm here for it.
When you talk about chemistry, what do you guys do to feel that, especially, when you can't really go out there and practice?
Just lifting together, watching film together, studying together, spending as much time as possible, getting better and teaching everybody the plays and making sure everybody knows what to do. There's a lot of leadership on this O-line from Ken Forsley and Eli, and those guys take a big role in, making sure the O-line is up to the standard.
I was going to ask about that. You're an experienced guy, played a lot of football, but do you see yourself more as a leader or a guy that needs to come in and kind of help the rock the boat?
Right now, I'm just trying to fill everything out, but I feel like eventually I want to emerge as a leader on this team. Try to take this team to the next level, take the O-line to the next level. I'm coming in. It's my last year, and I'm coming to give everything I got.
sure you were aware, I'm sorry,
You're good.
you were aware of Chris Rodriguez when you got here, but
Yes.
now looking at the cut-ups and things like that, what are your thoughts on opening holes for him?
I'm excited. Hey, you got a back that's good as him and behind you. There's so many possibilities, you know.
That makes you look good.
Definitely.
Is it any different to blocking for a quarterback that can use his legs to make plays?
Definitely. It's different from having a quarterback that stands in the pocket and a quarterback can move. Um, Sometimes it can get a little, blurry and sketchy when they get on the run, but if they're gonna fight for those extra yards, then I'm gonna fight to, make sure they can get to that first down.
I'm curious. I know your story. I'm not sure how many people are aware of, beating cancer, going through that to work your way back into Auburn. How much do you still reflect on that, and how much is it still part of your life, or is it one of those things you're kind of putting on that in the past and moving forward?
I think about it every year. I was diagnosed on Thanksgiving in 2015, and every year since then I've thought about it. Being in the hospital and watching the football games and wanting to be out in the football field, and it brings tears to me every time. It's just because I really wanted to get back on the field that time, and once I was able to get back out there and be able to do my thing, it just made my heart grow. So
There's a lot of guys on this team who have overcome a lot of adversity. How do you get over that hump and not feeling sorry for yourself, but working to push through it?
like you said, it's all adversity. So once you get through it, there's nothing but up to go. You got to look at the bright side of life. You made it out of that dark side, and there's only one way to go, and that's to get better and look forward to life.
I know just in general, getting over that hump. Kentucky, it feels like they're close to getting over a big hump. Well, what do you think? How does Kentucky take that next step in the SEC?
I think it's going to start with the players. The coaches are doing everything they can to make sure the guys are ready, and it's going to be on us to get us to Atlanta.
Hey, Sean, you mentioned see yourself being a leader on the team. Just in your short time, do you feel like this is kind of a player-led program? Deuce earlier talked about how everybody's just happy to be, in the facility or whatever. They're coming from a different background than the guys that have been in Kentucky all the time. Do you feel that way that the culture's strong and it's player-led?
I've seen it with my own eyes at the bowl site when I was down there in Orlando. And the guys, they came out. They were ready to get their work in. They were happy to get their work in, and they got in and got out. And there wasn't any trying to get everybody to turn it up a notch or trying to get guys to keep going. They came out with their own desire to get better. So I think that's amazing.
At the bowl game, when they had that long list of players who couldn't go for whatever reason, what were your thoughts as you watched them, really fight for that win?
I was ready to suit up with them, to be honest. Definitely ready to go with them.
Anyone else? Any other questions? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a nice day.
How y'all doing? This is Darrion Henry, transfer from Ohio State. How everybody doing?
Morning.
Questions?
Darrion, Nick Roush from KSR. Vince obviously recruited you as a high schooler, and then the second go around. What was different about the experience from your first go around?
Not too much. Coach Murrow always kind of been the same guy. You know what I mean? A great guy. Everybody has something good to say about him. And the best thing, he true to his word. So that's what I like about him.
What ultimately led you into the portal and to find Kentucky as your new destination?
I just needed a better opportunity, to reach my goals, to go to the next level.
What made Vince's pitch? Sorry, I'm Josh Moore, by the way. Well, what made Vince's pitch, this time around, or how was it different than the first time?
Just being an Ohio kid, always it always been a dream to play at Ohio State. But Coach Murrow, it was not really different. I always was looking into Kentucky, even when I was in high school. It was in my top 6. But Coach Murrow just always been the same guy. So it's been not really different about him.
Kentucky, did it seem different from the first time you were there?
Coach Stoops, it's like when I was in high school, he did a great job. Like I noticed the success here, But throughout when I was in college, I just noticed that like he building something different here. Like now I like to be a part of it. So yeah.
How do they foresee your role here on the defensive line?
My role, I want to be a immediate impactor. That's my goal. So I'm just working right now and getting better every day.
Do you think that opportunity's there?
Definitely.
Darrion, you and Adam like Kentucky sports radio. You and Tom McClain, you all grew up together or played together? And
Yeah, we grew up together.
what was that like? How cool is that? I guess you're not going to be playing in the SEC with them.
It's great. Great to have a guy like that I grew up with, a great player for sure, a great person that I could go through this journey with and get better with, and create history here with him. So yeah.
Charles, Little League team again.
Yeah, it was pretty good too, actually. Yeah, I think at one point we were like number 12 in the country, something like that.
Were you playing defense then?
So yeah, I was, but I also was a running back then. I just got a little too big, was the biggest guy, take my legs off, so I had to, switch it up.
Schematically, how are things different at Kentucky versus at Ohio State?
I don't know, to be honest with you, but the biggest thing here that I notice is the love here. So that's the biggest difference.
How the fans or just within the facility?
Overall.
Some of the guys who Dick Gabriel, the UK Radio Network, the guys who preceded you talked about the culture that they built here and their first impressions of that. What did you discover when you got here that you maybe didn't already know?
That all the guys here working. That was a big thing that I noticed. A lot of young guys in the film room every day and in the weight room be pushing each other. So that was a good thing I seen here.
Is that surprising to you?
Not surprising, no sir, no.
John Held, very generally, you talked about your time, but Kentucky's had a bunch of Cincinnati guys recently who have succeeded. Did you know any about those other guys, and did they give you any advice in this process?
A couple guys I grew up with, they was telling me good things, and I already kind of knew,
Did you take note? I would have to think you did of what the other guys who transferred in through the portal have done here. They found success here. How much did that play into your decision?
Big. Like guys like Josh Pascal, like I noticed him. He a great player. You can be developed there. That's the big thing I noticed. So I just wanted to be another guy like that.
What's your initial impression of Amar Stewart?
Coach Stewart. You know what he's talking about for sure. I like his theory on how to play football here. I love the defense, especially Coach White with his defense scheme. A great coach. So yeah.
When you see a guy, kind of chooses to stick around here and stay with this defense, what does that mean to you as a guy that's kind of making that decision to try to,
When I made that decision, I wanted to be a part of a team that that can make a great run in the playoffs or even in the SEC in a conference play. So I just wanted to come somewhere where I can make an impact, and we're a pretty good program, if not great.
Coming from the Big Ten, obviously, or even the football conference, what does it mean to come into the SEC and kind of pretty good conference?
I just feel like the athletes here are a little bit different. You know, the SEC, I think I've seen a lot of, football at Ohio State. I feel like this conference is the best conference, and the best players play here for sure.
How are they different?
Size and speed for sure. Yeah.
All right, anything else for Darrion? Cool, quick and short and easy, I love it.
There we go.
Appreciate it.